following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, football fans everywhere. It's Glenn Walker from the Replay Sports Channel studios. We're going to get ready to take you out to FedEx Field for our first Monday night football game of the brand new season, featuring the New York Generals and the Washington Federals. And of course, this game is taking place on September 11th of 2023, 22 years after the events of September 11th, 2001. And we want to take a moment to remember those at the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the passengers of Flight 93 in Western Pennsylvania. We'll never forget. I take you now down to the field where both teams have finished their warm-ups. Coin toss has been held. Washington won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. We've got a great game for you tonight between two Atlantic Division rivals. Both teams struggled last year, New York finishing 4-10, Washington 3-11. They've used the offseason to rebuild through the draft and free agencies. We'll go through the night telling you about those. But some things to look for. New York, second-year man with the team, Russell Wilson, will take the helm for the New York Generals. And for Washington, a recent addition, Derek Carr, having left the Las Vegas Outlaws, now lining up in the green and white for the Washington Federals. So let's go ahead and take you down to the field. Thank all of you again for watching us on the Replay Sports Channel. We've got a busy week of sports coming up tonight, so sit back and relax and enjoy the game. Chenault back to receive. Deep kickoff. It's going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. So let's go ahead and take a look at that New York Generals lineup. As we mentioned, Russell Wilson will be a quarterback. Running back Ezekiel Elliott. He's one of those free agent acquisitions. Remember, he was the most valuable player of the Pantheon Bowl. Released as a free agent, now with New York. Corey Davis, Rashid Shaheed, and LaVisca Chenault are the wide receivers. Logan Thomas, the tight end. Your offensive lineman, Petit Frere at left tackle, Ed Ingram at left guard. Greg Van Roten will be at center. Right guard will be Laken Tomlinson. And Andrew Wiley will be your right tackle. New York, they're all white. Visitors' uniforms, white jerseys, white pants. Red numerals, red helmets, moving left or right across your screen. Wilson sets up in the shotgun. He's going to pass on first down. Looking for Chenault, but overthrows him. Incomplete. Brings up second down. Let's take a look at that Washington defense. Calais Campbell and Aiden Hutchinson, the #1 overall draft pick, are your defensive ends. Justin Madubuike and Tier Tart are your defensive tackles. Your linebacker, Fred Warner, another free agent acquisition who came over from New York. Your defensive backs, Levi Wallace, Justin Reed, Terrell Edmonds, Melvin Ingram at the other linebacker spot, Jalen Mills, and Casey Hayward Jr. are the other cornerbacks. 2nd and 10. We're just getting underway here from FedEx Field. Handoff Elliott. Going to plunge into the right side of the line. He's met by a bunch of green jerseys there. Tart will get credit for the tackle. No gain. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for New York. empty backfield behind Wilson. On 3rd and 10, need to get to the 35 for the first down. Back to pass, has time, throws over the middle, incomplete. Knocked down by Mills. That'll bring up 4th down, and punting group comes out for New York. Corey Bajorquez will handle the punting duties. Cloud will be the deep man to receive, standing at about his own 35-yard line. Bajorquez gets away a great kick, heading toward the near sideline. It's going to be fielded by the returner. He's to the 30, 35. And McLeod finally tackled by Johnson at about the Washington 35. So now we get our first look at Derek Carr. So used to seeing him in the black and red of the Las Vegas Outlaws. He'll be a quarterback. Jamal Williams will be the running back. Wide receivers are Russell Gage, Brandon Ayuk, and Marquise Brown. Tight end will be Kyle Pitts. Left tackle, Garrett Bowles. Dylan Parham will be left guard. Josh Myers will be center. Right guard, A.J. Ken. Right tackle, Dan Moore. Washington in their home uniforms, green jerseys, white pants, white helmet, white numerals moving right to left across your screen. Carr under center, calling the signals. Transfer over to Williams, off tackle left, plunges in, tackled by Burns, pick up a 4. Take a look at that Washington defense, or the New York defense. Josh Sweat and Micah Parsons, your defensive ends. Jonathan Bullard, Kenny Clark are the defensive tackles. Your linebackers, Alex Highsmith and Josh Bynes. Your defensive backs, Chidobe Awuzie, Taylor Rapp, Ahmad Gardner, Steven Nelson, and Javon Holland. Carr moves into the pistol formation here on 2nd and 6. Just underway here from FedEx Field, no score. Carr back to pass. Over the middle, completes at the tight end Pitts at midfield. Tackled immediately by Holland. Pickup of 13 yards. First down, Washington. Both teams struggled defensively last season. New York ranked dead last in points allowed. They averaged about 30 points a game given up by their defense. Washington's defensive unit just one better. They ranked 19th, allowing 28 points per game. And before Carr can get the playoff, there's a penalty.
False start. Offense. Number 65, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
And referee for tonight's Alex Kemp, his 6th season as a referee here in the WFL. That'll back him up 5 yards back into Washington territory. Ball will be placed at the Washington 47. Carr sets to pass. Screen over to Williams, far side of the field. He's to the 50, inside New York territory, 45. Finally tripped up by Holland near the 41-yard line. Gain of 12. Bring up 2nd and 3. Pass again on 2nd and short. Over the middle, completes it to Pitts. He's got a first down, tackled by Holland at the 35. So if you're just joining us, New York went 3 and out on their first drive. Washington now their first possession looking very promising as they have made their way into New York territory. Hand off Williams into the right side of the line, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Montez Sweat wraps him up. Brings up 2nd and 10. Carr back to pass at 2nd and long. Fires a short pass to Gage. He's near the 30 before being tackled by Nelson. Parsons, Micah Parsons, rookie linebacker last year, member of the East All-Star team, is leaving the field briefly for an injury concern. They're going to take a look at him over at the New York sideline. That's a player they don't want to lose right away. 3rd and 8 now. Federals need to reach the New York 23 to get a first down. Four wide receiver set. Carr in the pistol. Man in motion is Ayuk to the near side. Quick release over to Brown. And he's not going to get the first down. Hollywood Brown, just a pickup of 5 there. I'll bring up 4th and 3. And out will come the field goal unit, Jake Elliott. On to attempt a 44-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, on its way. And it is good. With 9:44 left to go in the first quarter, the Federals strike first. 8-play, 39-yard drive, 4:14 off the clock. Elliott from 44 yards. Again, want to welcome all of you joining us on the Replay Sports channel. You're watching Week 1, WFL 2023. It's our Monday night football game between the New York Generals and the Washington Federals. Shaheed is back deep to return, awaiting Elliott's kick. And Elliott's going to boom another one through the end zone. And New York will take possession at their own 25. New York's head coach, Robert Saleh, is heading into his 3rd season, has an 11-18 record. His first season, inherited a team and led them to the playoffs. Then last year, they went back down again. So it's hopeful that with the additions that they've made this year, that they will be qualifying for the playoffs. On the other side, Washington has a new head coach, Frank Wright. This will be his first season as the head coach. He's a former offensive coordinator, replacing longtime Washington coach John Harbaugh. Wilson under center. Gives the ball to Elliott. Up the middle to the 30. Warner finally with the tackle. Again, if you're just joining us, Fred Warner used to be a New York General, and then during free agency decided to switch from the red and white to the green and white. Brings up 2nd and 5. 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Federals lead it 3-0. Quick pass to the tight end Thomas near the 40 before being tackled by Reed. It's enough for a first down, 8-yard pickup. And Wilson completes his first pass of the night. So with the completion, Generals now have the ball at their own 38. 1st and 10. Give this to Elliott. Looking for a hole on the right side of that line. He's to the 40. Tackled by Calais Campbell. Only a pickup of 2. If you remember last season, Elliott was a member of the St. Louis Stars. He was the Pantheon Bowl MVP for scoring 3 touchdowns in that victory for the Stars. Second and 8 from the New York 40. Wilson, plenty of time to throw. He's going to throw underneath to Elliott, though. Elliott's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage, leveled by Fred Warner. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. We're halfway through the first quarter. Washington leads it 3-0. Four wide receivers set in for New York. Man in motion. Wilson drops back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Over the middle to Crowder. He's got the first down. Tackled by Taylor Britt on the stop. 10 yards. First down, New York. They'll mark the ball just near the midfield stripe. New York 49-yard line. First and 10 from the pistol. Play action. Wilson rolls right, fires over the middle, completes it to Sheed at the Washington 35. Tackled by Mills. Another first down. Great use of the play action, and Wilson can run. Completes the pass to Shaheed. First and 10, ball to Washington 34. New York on the move. Wilson from the pistol. Throws a screen over to Elliott near side. He's to the 30. Warner makes acquaintances once again. Elliott with a pickup of 5. Ball will be placed at the Washington 29. We're nearing the 5.5-minute mark of a very fast-moving first quarter. New York will go trips left as they line up on 2nd and 5. Three wide receiver set. Wilson in a little bit of trouble. Pocket collapsing around him. He's going to have to run. He's to the 25. First down, 20, 15. Look out to the 10. Slides down to the 11. They'll mark him at the 11. An 18-yard pickup by the former London Knight, who came over to New York last year in that big free agent deal. New York inside the red zone for the first time tonight. First and 10. New York looking to capitalize here. Fires for Chenault, incomplete. Had it and he dropped it. Clock will stop at 4:03 to go here in quarter number 1. Wilson will pass again. This time it's a screen for Elliott, but it's too far ahead of him. Incomplete. They'll bring up 3rd and 10. Wilson back to throw. Penalty flag down. Pass for Shaheed is incomplete.
Holding defense. Number 2, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And holding on the cornerback Mills, number 2. So that'll move the ball to the Washington 6, first and goal, New York. Wilson stays in the pistol. Back to throw. Over the middle to Shaheed. Into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Play, 75-yard drive, nearly taking up 6 minutes. And New York takes their first lead of the day. Shaheed had his man Mills beat. He cuts in. Makes the catch. Touchdown. Point after attempt by Myers is good. And with 3:48 left to go here in the first quarter, the New York Generals lead it 7-3. McLeod ready to return. He'll be the deep man. Gibson and Johnson are the short men. Good kickoff by Myers. Sails through the end zone for a touchback. Washington will start it from their own 25. Both teams utilize 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. Carr's going to throw on first down. Fires near side to Ayuk at the 34. He's near the first down marker. Tackled by number 1 pick by New York, Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati. And referee Alex Kemp says that they didn't make the first down, just short. They'll bring up 2nd and inches. Williams, the lone running back. Dive into the left side of the line. Picks up the first down a little more. He's to the 40. 45. Parsons with the tackle at the 46. First down, Washington. We're going to see Williams come out of the game. And it will be rookie Brian Robinson Jr. now into the game. And Robinson will get his first carry as a pro. He's into the right side of the line, near the 48-yard line. Tackled by Sweat. Pickup of 3. They're going to mark him down at the Washington 49. Robinson, 4th round pick by the Federals from Alabama. Second and 7. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. New York leads at 7-3. Give it to Robinson again, right side of that line. I don't think he picked up anything. Sweat on the tackle, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Carr to pass on 3rd down. Fires for Brown, but it's incomplete. Over his head. Brings up 4th down. Clock stops with 51 seconds left. And the punting unit will come out for Washington. Trenton Gill, last pick in the draft, punter from NC State. Will kick it away. Shaheed back to receive. That ball's going to fall dead and roll out of bounds at the New York 15. Clock will stop with 47 seconds left. Again, welcome all of you watching us here on the Replay Sports Channel. Monday Night Football here, WFL 2023 between the New York Generals and the Washington Federals. Using Action PC Football, the new version. And Russell Wilson and company will get to work here. It's the dying moments of the first quarter. Pistol. Play action. He's going to throw. Over the middle. Completes it to Chenault at the 30. Tackled by Wallace. First down, New York. We're going to try to get another playoff here before the end of the first quarter. Handoff Elliott. Sweep left. Finds a hole, but no, tackled by Aiden Hutchinson, #1 overall pick. Hutchinson getting into the game now. No gain. That'll end the first quarter. And we have the makings of a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. Generals 7, Federals 3. Take a quick look at our first quarter statistics here. Slight edge to New York. Time of possession nearly even there. Washington had the crucial penalty there on that last New York drive that contributed to New York getting a new set of downs. Just a reminder, next week on our Monday Night Football package, we are going to have the Los Angeles Wildcats and the Mexico City Aztecs for our next game. Monday Night Football, 2 teams lost their first game this week, but they're both looking to rebound. So that will be the game that we'll be giving you next week. Also, make sure to stay with us here at halftime. We're going to have our halftime highlights, go over some of the games that took place during week 1. As I said, we have a busy week of sports coming up this week, so we'll tell you more about that as we move along. So back out onto the field for the start of the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10. New York ball at their own 30. Wilson is 7 for 11, 60 yards so far. 1 touchdown pass. Back to pass. Fires. Completes it to Davis at the 42. Tackle to the 43 by Hayward. So 1st and 10. New York able to move the ball very well here early. Give us to Elliott. Trying to get around that left side. To the 45, 50, into Washington territory, 45. Hit out of bounds by Reed at about the Washington 44. Pickup of 13. Elliott, 5 carries for 20 yards so far tonight. Wilson operating from the pistol. Set to pass. Fires. Underneath to Elliott. Elliott gets to about the 40, tackled by Warner. Pick up of 5 yards. Nothing open downfield for Wilson. So he had to check down to Elliott there. Brings up 2nd and 5. Early stages of the second quarter. New York will line up in a trips right formation. Wilson, flush from the pocket, finds Thomas near the 36-yard line, tackled by Reed. Just a pickup of 2. Mark the ball at the 37. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 now for the Generals. Wilson clapping his hands, waiting for the ball, but he's going to have to call a timeout. That play clock was running down pretty close to 0, so he's forced to call a timeout. So a quick consult there with head coach Robert Sala and staff to see what they need to do on 3rd and 3. And while we have a moment, promote some of the sports that we have coming up this week. Our Major League Baseball 1977 replay underway. Taking it April 16th, 1977. Philadelphia Phillies and the Montreal Expos. And if you know your baseball history, this is the day after Olympic Stadium opened officially for the Expos. So this will be game number 2 for Montreal in their new ballpark. So that will be coming up later this week. We're also going to have some Champions League soccer. Arsenal versus Panathinaikos. So if you're into soccer, we have classic soccer from ASG Games. We'll present to you as well. All right, so the conference call's over between Russell Wilson and the coaching staff. He has the play that will run, and they're all set to go here. 3rd and 3. Wilson, back to pass, has time, over the middle, completes it to Chenault at the 30. Tackled by Wallace. Pickup of 7. Wilson off to a great start here. 11 of 15 for 87 yards. Ball will be marked to the Washington 30. Elliott checks back into the game at running back. Play action. Wilson flushed right. Throws. Looking deep. He had Elliott all alone on the linebacker there, Warner. But he couldn't get to him. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Wilson, flush from the pocket again, forced to throw, check down to Elliott. Only a 3-yard pickup. Warner, his constant shadow. Brings up 3rd and 7. Ball at the Washington 27. They'll line up in a trips left formation. 4 wide receiver set. Wilson, there's a bad exchange at the snap, and he goes down. Hutchinson drops it. And that's going to force New York to attempt a field goal here to extend their lead. Myers on for 48-yard attempt. And it's good. plenty of leg. With 10 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2, the Generals extend their lead to 10-3. McLeod back deep to return Myers' kick. He's going to bring it out of the end zone to the 20, 25. Gets to about
Illegal
the 29-yard line.
Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
But they're going to bring it back. Illegal block on Edmonds. So the ball's moved to the Washington 15. Third penalty of the night for Washington. So far, New York has not been penalized. Carr under center. Hands it off to Williams. Another penalty flag as he dives into the right side of the line. Pick up a 4.
Offsides, defense. Number 97, 5-yard penalty.
So Clark gets caught in the neutral zone. So Washington will accept the penalty. They'll bring up 1st and 5. Carr's going to pass on 1st and short. Throws to the tight end Pitts. He's to the 20, 25, has the first down. Tackled by Holland at the 28. 1st and 10 Washington. We're under 10 minutes to go until halftime. Carr on the day, 7 of 8 for 58 yards. Going to hand this one off to Williams. He's to the 30. Finally stopped at about the 33. Micah Parsons with the tackle. Bring up 2nd and 5. Williams, 4 carries for 20 yards. Carr, quick pass over to his tight end Pitts, but it's incomplete. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. Clock stops with 8:16 left to go until halftime. Carr throws a short one for Ayuk, but it's incomplete. Threw that one a little too far ahead of him. Brings up 4th down, and Washington will be forced to punt. Shaheed back deep at his own 30. Awaits Gill's punt. Gill gets away a good one. This one's heading toward the near sideline, and it will roll out of bounds at the New York 16. Clock stops with 8:06 left to go. Generals lead at 10-3. Elliott will take handoff on 1st down into the left side of the line. He's to the 20. Finally brought down by Reed at the 23. Pickup of 7 yards. Elliott was the league rushing leader last season and Pantheon Bowl MVP for his 3 touchdown performance in that game. And Washington's going to call timeout here. Defense wasn't lined up properly. So the clock stops with 7:29, 2nd and 3 coming up. So after the timeout, both teams reset. Wilson's going to throw. Fires to Shaheed at the 39. Pickup of 16. Shaheed on the night, 3 receptions for 39 yards. Draw play to Elliott. He's to the 40, 45. Tackled by Edmonds. At the 46, gain of 7 yards. Bring up 2nd and 3. Fast-moving game here tonight. Already about 6.5 minutes left to go until halftime. Second and 3 from the New York 46. Wilson back to pass. He's in trouble though. Matabuike with the sack. And that'll put New York back at its own 35. A loss of 11. That brings up 3rd and 14. Critical sack there by the Washington defense. Wilson barking out the signals. Back to pass. Looking for Chenault, but he can't hang on to it. It's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So the sack of Wilson. Key play in that drive. Forcing the Generals to punt it away. McLeod back deep to receive, standing at his own 25. Jorquez gets away a booming punt. Ball taken in front of the 10. McLeod gets maybe to the 19 where he stopped. Clocks is set at 5:05. 5:05 left to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. And Washington will get to work here. Carr from the pistol on 1st down. Throws a screen to Williams. Gets to the 20. Now marking out the 21, a pickup of 2. Give to Williams. Off tackle right. Maybe 2, and that's it. I'll bring up 3rd and 6. Washington lines up in a trips left formation. Looking for Samuel, but it's just out of reach. Incomplete. Clock stops with 3:38, and Washington goes 3 and out. They'll be forced to punt. Shaheed standing at his own 40. Gill gets away the punt. He's aiming for the sideline, but that did not even get to the 20.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
Interesting. So Parsons is offsides. Washington's going to send the offense back out. This should be very interesting. So 4th and 1. They're going to send the offense back out. Gutsy call here by first-year coach Frank Wright. going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Yeah.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Trying to see if they could get one of those big guys from the other side to jump. That's one of the new things I noticed about the game is the player icons. You'll notice, like the defensive linemen, those boxes are a little bit bigger. The defensive secondary, those boxes are a little bit smaller. So it kind of gives you a little bit better player dimension there. And of course, I love the pop-ups. How big the picture and the information is. You get all that information there as well. Anyway, Washington will take the penalty. New York wouldn't take the bait. Gill back to punt. Shaheed at his own 40. Good punt by Gill. Shaheed races back to his own 20. And is stopped at the 28. 3:26 left to go here until halftime. Again, make sure to stay tuned. We're going to have our halftime highlights. Go over some what happened in week 1 of WFL 2023. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining to them. Empty backfield behind Wilson. Back to pass. Has protection. Over the middle to Crowder. Complete at the 38. Brought down by Taylor Brett. Gain of 11. First down, New York. Wilson to pass again. Deflected by Wallace. Oh, and Wallace nearly had the interception. So Wallace jumped around in front of Chenault, but could not hold on to the ball as he fell to the turf. Clock stops with 2:40, brings up 2nd and 10. Wilson over the middle to Chenault at midfield. Tackled by Wallace. Gain of 11. Another first down. Wilson having his offense pick up the pace here. No huddle. Gets the play off in time. Fires quickly to the tight end Thomas. Near the Washington 46. And that will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So the Generals on the move again. 2-minute warning. They lead this 10-3. Out of the 2-minute warning. Generals looking to add more to their lead here. 4 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. Wilson with time. Over to Crowder at the 40. Taylor Britt brings him down. First down, gain of 8. Wilson hurries them to the line. Fires over the middle for Thomas, incomplete. Dove for it, but couldn't pull it up in time. Clock will stop with 1:35. Brings up 2nd and 10. Ball's at the Washington 38. If they choose to, Washington is in field goal range. They're in the range of their kicker. Remember, Washington will get the ball to start the second half. Wilson flush from the pocket. Throws for Chenault, incomplete. I'll stop the clock with 1:27 left. It'll bring 3rd and 10. Wilson. Back to throw. Completes it to Shaheed at the 33. He'll be well short of the first down. And head coach Robert Salah is going to let the clock go down to the last possible moment. So he'll call timeout there, stopping the clock with 43 seconds left before sending out the field goal kicking unit. So Jason Myers out to attempt a 50-yard field goal attempt. And it goes wide right. No good. So 38 seconds left. Washington does get good field position here. They're at their own 40. They have 2 timeouts left. A chance to tie the game. Or a chance to score, and then they get the ball back. The second half to score again. Setting up in the pistol. Empty backfield behind him. Back to pass. Looking. Completes it to Carter near the far sideline. Finally steps out of bounds at the 41. He only picked up 1 yard on that. Only 1 yard. Take 3 seconds off the clock. It's now 35 seconds left until halftime. Washington still has 2 timeouts left. Carr back to pass. Over the middle. Completes it to Pitts at midfield. Into New York territory. Pickup of 13. Head coach Frank Reich calls immediately for his second timeout. I'll stop the clock with 31 seconds. 1st and 10. Ball at the New York 46. 31 seconds left. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. Carr. Plenty of time. Throws over the middle for Brown. Incomplete. I think Awuzie got a tip on it with his finger. Clock stops with 28 seconds left. Fires near side to Brown. He's got it at the 36. Has the first down, tackled by Awuzie. Carr hurries them to the line of scrimmage. No huddle. .23 seconds left. Carr looking to throw. Over the middle. Pitts just surrounded by white jerseys there, unable to come up with a catch. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And Washington will send out the field goal kicking unit. Kick a field goal, try to narrow the lead to 4 points. And they do get the ball back to start the second half. So Elliott on for what would be a 54-yard attempt. And his kick goes wide right. So 6 seconds left. Ball's at the New York 43. We'll see what New York decides to do here. chance here. 5 wide receivers in for New York. Wilson's going to sling it downfield. Up for grabs. Oh! Chenault cannot come down with it. That'll end a very entertaining first half. Generals lead at 10-3. Stay tuned for our halftime highlights here on the Replay Sports channel. So it's halftime here at FedEx Field, and the Generals lead the Federals by a score of 10-3. And there's a look at the first half statistics there. Again, edge to New York in a lot of categories there. Washington will get the ball to start the second half. So we opened our 44th season this past Thursday in amazing style. So we'll take you through some of the scoreboard here so you can get a look at the results of those games that you didn't get to see. First of all, we're taking you over to St. Louis last Thursday night. It was the banner night, the raising of the banner. Players received their Pantheon Bowl rings, but Berlin did not get the menu. They took care of St. Louis 31-9. Got a little bit of revenge there. Loss ends a 12-game win streak that St. Louis had going on. To go back to week 5 of last season when they lost to Detroit. Patrick Mahomes, 20 of 35, 255 yards and 2 touchdowns in that one. Then we move on to Sunday, our new European division, Europa division. Saw some games there. Paris at Barcelona, the legend, 23-10. Nick Chubb, 20 carries, 178 yards and a touchdown. Then over in Rome, Gladiators hosting the Knights. And Rome gets its first victory, winning 15-13. And in that game, Saka gets a 44-yard field goal with just 7 seconds left to win the game for the Gladiators. Then we move over stateside, San Antonio at Chicago, a rematch of that Week 14 Sunday night game to determine who would make the playoffs. San Antonio won that game last year. Chicago got a little bit of revenge this year, winning 13-10. Kyle Murray, 23 of 34 for 160 yards, 8 yards passing. Also ran the ball 9 times for 68 yards. Detroit at Memphis. Memphis edges Detroit 26-23. Jason Pierre-Paul blocked 2 Jason Tucker field goal attempts in that game. Mexico City at San Diego. It was hot there. It was about 95 degrees there at Snapdragon Stadium. And in that game, Houston had 2 sacks in that game for the San Diego Fleet. And in Birmingham, we had our first overtime game of the season. The Toronto Hitmen fell to the Birmingham Americans 19-13. Was also a rematch from the wild card game last season in the Eastern Conference. And in Arizona, Coach Prime makes his debut. Deion Sanders' team wins 28-25 over Los Angeles. Jason Tannehill, 20 of 28, 307 yards, 1 touchdown. And then last night in Las Vegas, the Outlaws defeated the Tampa Bay Bandits 34-15. Jalen Hurts getting his first start. 28 of 40, 317 yards, 1 touchdown. Also carried the ball 12 times for 77 yards and ran for 2 touchdowns. So that was the highlights from week 1. Week 2 will be starting, of course, in a few days. So, of course, we have our European games that start early. London at Paris, Berlin at Barcelona, and Arizona at Rome. Arizona had to take that long trip across the globe over to Italy. And then here stateside, Memphis at Washington. Washington will get a Another home game. New York would travel to Toronto. Tampa Bay at Birmingham. That should be a very good game between those two teams. St. Louis and Chicago, good Central Division matchup. Detroit at San Antonio. Las Vegas at San Diego. Battle of two 1-0 teams. And then, of course, our Sunday night game, our Monday night game next week. I'll get it right in a moment. Our Monday night game next week, the Los Angeles Wildcats and the Mexico City Aztecs. All right, so we're done with our halftime entertainment here. Let's head on back down to the field and let's get ready for the second half between New York and Washington. And McLeod's not going to get a chance to return that one. So Washington will start their own 25. They trail 10-3. Penalties have been a big issue for Washington so far. 4 of them for 25 yards. Carr is going to pass on first down. Looking for Brown, incomplete. Carr, 11 of 18 for 85 yards so far. Draw play to Williams. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage by Clark. Loss of 2. Bring up 3rd and 12. Williams on the night. 6 carries for 20 yards, 2 catches for 14. Brings up 3rd down. So far, Washington 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Completes the pass to Pitts. Tackle at the 29, well shy of the first down. Tripped up by Holland. That'll bring up 4th and 5. So Washington starts the second half with a 3 and out. Gill gets ready to punt it away. Shaheed at his own 36. There's a block. Parsons with the block. Sweat with the recovery. And New York will get the ball at the Washington 24. And the problems are beginning to add up for the Federals. Samaje Perine now in at running back for the Generals. Perine off tackle left. Gets near the 20. Marked down by Hutchinson. This has a gain of 2. Marked the ball at Washington 22-yard line. Left to Perine, trying to get around that end. It's inside the 20, near the 15. Madubuike with the tackle at the 17. Gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. New York a little bit more successful, just 3 of 7 on 3rd downs. Backfield behind Wilson. Pass over the middle for Hayward, but it's intercepted. Hayward with the catch in the end zone. So first turnover of the night for either team. It's an interception by Wilson. And Washington gets the ball back at their own 20. 11:50 to go here in the third quarter. Carr in trouble. Forced to flee the pocket. Gets to the 25. Near the 30. Pickup of 9 yards. Taken back home. 29. Second and 1. Williams plunges into the right side of the line, but he is snuffed out there by Bullard. Loss of 1. Bring him 3rd and 2. Carr. Pass batted down. I think Parsons got a tip on that one. Now bring up 4th down. So 2 consecutive 3rd and 3 and outs for the Federals. Gill had his last punt attempt blocked. Kicks this one towards the near sideline. It's out of bounds.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty.
Oh my goodness. Parsons offsides, and that's automatic 1st down for Washington. Offsides gives Washington a fresh set of downs. Washington has the ball at their own 33. Carr back to pass on 1st down. Throws underneath to Williams at the 35. Tackled by Bynes at the 39. Pickup of 6. Play action. He's going to throw. And this one's picked off. Sauce Gardner, the rookie, gets his first interception as a pro. And it looks like Carr overthrew his receiver, and Gardner just sitting back there. So a turnover, 2nd turnover we've had this quarter. Interception thrown by each quarterback. Clock stops with 9:24. New York gets the ball at Washington 42. Elliott checks back into the game for New York. Seven carries for 34 yards tonight. Get the handoff into the right side of the line. Gets to about the 38. Tackled by Tard. We have 2nd and 6. On 2nd and 6. Give to Elliott again. Off tackle right. Gets close to the 35. Tard again with a tackle. Brings up 3rd and 4. Near the 8.5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. New York leading 10-3. Wilson set to throw. Fires to Crowder near side. He's inside the 20. The fumble. but it's recovered. Chenault falls on the loose ball. Taylor Britt just knocked the ball out of Crowder's clutches there. And Chenault, Johnny on the spot there, grabs the loose pigskin. So New York still holds on to the ball. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 ball at Washington 28. Elliott back in at running back. Picked off by Warner. Fred Warner, the former general, makes his first interception as a Federal. We've seen 3 turnovers in the third quarter. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. Federals with the ball at their own 42. Williams with the ball, left side of the line. Tackled at about the 45 by Clark. Brings up 2nd and 7. Carr throws it to Brown inside New York territory, tackled by Woozy. Picks up the first down. Gain of 9. Play action. Carr's going to set up and throw. Over the middle, completes it to Brown at 35. Tackled by Woozy, pick up of 13. 1st and 10, ball at the New York 33. 5:48 to go here in the third quarter. Washington trails by 7. Carr, 15 of 24 for 120 yards. Back to pass again, looking for Pitts along that far sideline, but it's incomplete. Too far in front of him there. Clock stops with 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Brings up 2nd and 10. Run on 2nd and long, give to Williams. Going to try to sweep right, trying to find a hole. Maybe picked up 1. Sweat knocks him out of bounds at the New York 32. Clock stops with 5:02. Brings up 3rd and 9. Carr, gonna throw, completes it to Brown. Got some running room, 30, 25, 20. First down, Washington. Washington tends to an injured offensive lineman. Ball will be placed at the New York 20. 4:21 left to go here in the third quarter. Carr, 16 of 26, 132 yards. Pitts has made 5 catches for 49 yards. Brown, 5 catches for 50 yards. First and 10. Carr looking to throw deep. Had Brown in the end zone, but he's covered. Covered very nicely there by Steven Nelson. second and 10. Carr looking to throw for Pitts. Incomplete. Pass was behind him. Brings up third and 10. Carr to throw on third down. Over the middle. Completes it to Samuel at the 15. It's going to be well short of the first down. Brings up fourth and 3. Out will come the field goal kicking unit. Trying to narrow the gap to 4 points. Elliott on for...
Neutral zone infraction.
Oh.
Defense. 5-yard penalty.
Parsons again. That's his third offside. Oh my goodness. Third time that's happened tonight. First and goal, Washington at the New York 8 with 3:28 to go. Williams checks in as the lone running back. Carr under center. Hands off to Williams. Going into the right side of that line. Gets to about the 5. Gain of 3. Second and goal. Carr moves to the pistol. Back to pass. Completes it to Gage at the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. We're an extra point away from a tie game. So we watch it again here on the instant replay. Gage with a great catch. Myers on to kick. Crucial extra point. And it's blocked. Blocked at the line by Holland. So with 3:16 to go, Federals trail by 1, 10-9. Another kickoff sails through the end zone for a touchback. And New York will start at its own 25. P. Ryan back in at running back. P. Ryan up the middle of the line. 25. Tackled at the 27. Bring up second and 8. Wilson to throw. Over the middle for Shaheed, incomplete. They'll bring up third and 8. Clock stops with 3:03 to go here in the third quarter. Federals have pulled to within 1 point. Wilson gets rid of it. Oh, and it bounces off the tight end, Thomas's hands. Matabuike thought he had an interception, but it fell to the ground, hit the ground. Brings up fourth and 8. Jorquist punted away. Let it roll dead at the Washington 21. 2:51 to go here in the third quarter. Generals holding on, 10-9 lead. Play action. Carr's going to throw on first down. Completes it to Gage, near sideline. Tackled out of bounds by Nelson, near the 35. First and 10, Washington. Carr, throw again. Completes it to Brown at the 40. Stopped immediately by a Woozy. He'll pick up a 6. Nearing 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Carr throws a screen to Williams. To the 40. Tackled immediately by Bynes at the 41. So no gain. Brings up 3rd and 4. Less than 90 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Empty backfield behind Carr. Back to throw. Time. Looking for Brown, but his ball's knocked out. Woozy knocks the ball out. Brings up 4th down. Shaheed standing at his own 22. Gill gets away a good punt. Shaheed from his own 10. Gets it to about the 20. 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Generals will take over at their own 18. Low scoring game, but very entertaining third quarter with all the turnovers there. Elliott checks back into the game at running back. Possibly last play of the quarter. Pitch left to Elliott. Trying to get around that corner to the 20. Adebuike with the stop at the 21. And that is indeed last play of the third quarter. We go into the fourth quarter. It's a tight one here at FedEx Field between the Generals and the Federals. Fourth quarter coming up. back to start the fourth quarter. Generals with a 1-point lead. They have the ball at their own 21, 2nd and 7. The give to Elliott. Off tackle right to the 25. Nears the 30. He's got the first down. Tackle by Campbell. Pickup of 8. Elliott, 11 carries for 51 yards tonight. Picks up the first down. New York doing a very good job running the ball, averaging 5.2 yards a carry compared to Washington's 2.9. Wilson shifts to the pistol. Back to pass. Flag on the play. Wilson under pressure. He's forced to flee the pocket. Gets to the 30, and he is tackled by Hutchinson.
Encroachment
32.
defense. Number 93, 5-yard penalty.
And this time Tart gets called for the neutral zone infraction. Ball moves up to the New York 34. It'll be 1st and 5 now. And off to Elliott. He's going to be met at the line by Hutchinson. Hutchinson making his presence known. First overall pick of the 2023 draft from Michigan. Both clubs finishing in last place in their respective divisions. New York 4 and 10, Washington 3 and 11. Wilson to pass, 2nd down. Completes over the middle to Chenault at the 40. He's got the first down. Tackled by Wallace. Pickup of 8. Wilson, 20 of 34, 162 yards. Picked off twice tonight. Right to Elliott. Gets around the end. Tart pushes him out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. Brings him 2nd and 8. Wilson throws the screen to Elliott. He's to the 50, has the first down into Washington territory. Tackled by Reed with Washington 48. Under 12 minutes to go now here in the fourth quarter. Generals lead by 1, trying to increase their lead. P. Ryan comes in for Elliott. Ryan inside the middle to 45, 42, before being tackled by Reed, a pickup of 6. Wilson will throw on 2nd and short. Over the middle, looking for Shaheed, incomplete. In and out of his hands. Clock stops at 10:27. Brings up 3rd and 4. 10th play of the drive. Coming up for New York. Empty backfield behind Wilson. Back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Fires for Shaheed. It's right through his hands. So that'll bring up 4th and 4. And Wilson's looking over the sidelines. And they decide to keep the offense out there. Kind of a bit of no man's land there. Need to get to the Washington 38 to get the first down. See if the gamble will pay off here for Robert Saleh and the New York Generals. Wilson back to pass. Going to go deep into the end zone for Crowder, but it's incomplete. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Washington will get the ball at their 42 with 10:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. They only trail by 1. Pitts and Waller in the game. First time we've seen both tight ends in the game at the same time. Carr's pass over the middle, complete to Pitts near the midfield. Tackled by Rapp, a gain of 8. 6 receptions for 57 yards tonight for Pitts. First round pick of last year. Looking for Waller, incomplete. A little too far in front of him there. Clock stops with 9:20 to go. Brings up 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short. Short cross, the gauge incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Washington unable to take advantage of the short field from New York's gamble. Gill on to punt. Let's head to the sidelines. And out of bounds on the 24. Just a 26-yard punt. So the rookie is struggling tonight. 9:09 left to go in the fourth quarter. Generals lead at 10-9. New York gets the ball back at their own 24. Wilson to throw on first down with time. Oh, and it's just a little too far ahead of Chenault there. He had nothing but green grass in front of him there. 2nd and 10 coming up. And off to P. Ryan. Off tackle right. Near the 25. Stopped by Campbell. Just a pickup of 1. They'll bring up 3rd and 9. Wilson back to pass. Fires underneath for Thomas, but it's incomplete. Over his head. Clock stops with 8:12 left to go. 4th and 9. New York will be forced to punt. Jorquez gets off a good one. Cloud from his own 20. Finally stopped at the Washington 38. 8:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Generals lead at 10-9. Carr will pass on first down. Over the middle, completes it to Brown at midfield. Tackled by Awuzie, a pickup of 12. Awuzie's getting up a bit slow, grabbing that left wrist. Fell on it awkwardly in the collision with Hollywood Brown. So it's a first down, ball at the midfield logo. 8 minutes left to go. Washington down by 1. Need to get something going here. Carr clapping his hands. Gets the snap. Quick pass over the middle for Ayuk, incomplete. Ayuk with just one catch tonight for 10 yards. 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Has time. Looking for Brown. Incomplete. Awuzie back in the game, was all over him. No defensive pass interference call coming from Alex Kemp, the referee. 3rd and 10. Nearing the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. Over the middle. Completes it to Ayuk. He's got the first down. 40 of New York. Sauce Gardner with the tackle. Gardner earlier getting his first interception back in the third quarter. Washington with a fresh set of downs. Carr under pressure. Just gets rid of it to Williams. Gets a few yards out of it before being tackled by Bynes at the 34. So Carr looked like he was going to be sacked, but was able to make something out of it. Brings him 2nd and 6. Carr completes to Ayuk at the 25. Gardner with the stop. Carr now 26 of 43 for 210 yards. Washington on the move. Passing on first down. Carr completes it to Gage, near side. He's at the 15 and dragged down by Nelson. First and 10, under the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Surveying the field, throws underneath the Williams. Everything was covered downfield. As the Washington fans let the players know it, really, just in his defense, there was nothing open downfield. So his emergency card he pulled there was to Williams. It does lose 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 12. defense continuing to dial up pressure on Carr. Carr looking again. Fires, finds Pitts inside the 10. Pushed out of bounds by Hollins at the 7. Clock stops with 4:34 left. 3rd and 3. Williams the lone running back. Carr in the pistol, calling out the signals. Man in motion. Carr is sacked. Great anticipation by that New York defensive line. I'm guessing the snap count. Sacked by Clark. Ball will be moved to the New York 12. So 4.5 minutes left to go. And out will come a field goal kicking unit to try to put Washington ahead. Jake Elliott from 31 yards out. And it's good. So with 3:51 left, the Federals have a 2-point lead. Can they hold on? We will find out. Just a reminder, folks, next week, Los Angeles at Mexico City, a good Pacific Division game. That'll be week 2, Monday Night Football. And also baseball. This will probably be the one we do tomorrow night here on the Replay Sports Channel. Philadelphia Phillies at the Montreal Expos, 1977 game of the week. So if you're not a subscriber, please do. Check us out. And the kickoff from Gill. The kid's got a leg. He's been showing it off tonight. New York will start from their own 25. So reset for you here. 3:51 to go here. Federals lead by 2. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. P. Ryan in the game at running back. Wilson from the pistol. Fires for Shaheed, but he can't come up with it. Incomplete. Shaheed with 4 receptions, 45 yards. Tied for the lead in receptions for New York. Second and 10. Wilson in trouble. Pocket collapsing. He's going to have to get out of there. Gets to about the 30 before being dragged down by Fred Warner. Picks up 6 on the play. 3rd and 4. Washington fans starting to get to their feet here. Cheering their defense on. Huge defensive stand here. Wilson trying to shout the instructions to his linemen. Finally gets the ball snapped on. He's in trouble again. Forced to run. He's got the first down. Finally nailed by Edmonds at the 41, but it's a first down for New York. Wilson on the day. 3 carries for 34 yards. Fresh set of downs for the Generals. All-out blitz time there on Wilson, but he manages to keep the drive alive. P. Ryan in the backfield. Wilson from the pistol. Flag on the play. Pass is complete to Davis at midfield. Let's see what happens here.
Holding. Offense.
Oh,
number
man.
67. 10-yard penalty.
And a holding call against the left guard, Ingram. So that pushes New York back to their own 31. It'll be 1st and 20 now. 2:20 to go here in the game. Boy, penalties are no good at any time. But man, when you're trailing by 2, less than 3 minutes to go, even worse. Wilson sets up to throw. Incomplete. Wilson takes a hit as he's throwing the ball, trying to get it out to the tight end Thomas. Incomplete. Clock will stop with 2:15 left on it. 2nd and 20. Wilson sets up, throws near side to Davis near the 38. He's trying to get out of bounds. Does get out of bounds at the 38. And that will stop the clock with 2:12. They'll bring up 3rd and 13. But I definitely suspect we're in 4-down territory here with the time and the score here we have. Four wide receiver set for Wilson. 3rd and 13. Needs to get inside Washington territory. Throws. Completes it to Shaheed at the 45. Trying to get to that 1st down marker, but he's knocked out of bounds by Mills. Shaheed 3 yards shy of the 1st down. 4th and 3. This could be the ball game here, folks. New York will keep their offense out on the field. They failed to convert on 4th and short earlier in the 2nd half. Crowd trying to get louder and louder here at FedEx Field. Wilson to throw. Completes it to Davis. He's got the 1st down. He's inside Washington territory. Tackled by Hayward. And that will bring up the 2-minute warning. We are in for a fantastic finish here on Monday Night Football. 2 minutes left. Federals lead at 12-10, but the Generals have the ball. Field goal can win it. Wilson on the day, 24 of 45, 195 yards. Carr, 29 of 46, 227 yards. Two-minute break over. Wilson brings the team to the line. Four wide receivers, one tight end. Wilson sets up to throw. Got pressure in front of him. Launches the ball toward Davis on the far sideline. It's incomplete. Davis unable to get to that one. Clock stops with 1:55. Wilson drifts to his right to avoid the rush. Completes the pass to Wilson to Davis at the 40. Tripped up by Hayward. Pick up a 5. 3rd and 5. Wilson going no huddle here. Wilson clapping his hands. Calling for the ball. Gets it. Back to pass. Sets. Throws. Completes over the middle to Davis inside the 30. Gain of 12. Davis keeps the drive alive. Corey Davis, Western Michigan. 90 seconds left. New York continues to go no huddle. They're in field goal range now if they want to take it. I have a feeling they're going to go for more here. Pass to Shaheed is broken up by Gardner. Beg your pardon, broken up by Mills. Clock stops with 1:11 left. They're well within the kicker's range. Myers made one from 49 yards earlier. The kick from here would be from 45 yards. But obviously, with 3 timeouts remaining for Washington, they don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock. Washington fans still on their feet, full-throated, trying to make as much noise as possible. Wilson in some trouble, sacked, dropped by Calais Campbell. And that will force New York to take its first timeout. Clock stops with 1:06, brings up 3rd and 13. Break the huddle. Trips right. Wilson in the pistol. Wilson's 50th pass attempt. Over the middle for Shaheed. Incomplete. 61 seconds left. It's 4th and 13. New York will trot out Myers in the field goal kicking unit to retake the lead. Yard attempt by Jason Myers to regain the lead. Good snap, hold, kick on its way, and it's good. So with 56 seconds left, the Federals, with all 3 of their timeouts, just need to get in field goal position here to try to retake the lead and win the game. So that drive, 14 plays, 44 yards, took up 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Myers connecting on his second 49-yard field goal of the day. 2 for 2. McLeod deep to return. And he's going to let that one sail out of the end zone. So no time is spent. Washington will get the ball at their own 25. Carr has all 3 of his timeouts, but they're going to need to move down the field here. Carr back to throw on first down. Pressure up the middle, fires over the middle to Samuel. He's got room to the 40, the 50, look out, 40, 35, 30, one man to beat, 20, finally tackled by Rapp inside New York territory. And a timeout will be called. Curtis Samuel with the big play. A 58-yard reception. And you just kind of see the air let out of the tires there on the New York sideline. So Washington takes the timeout. Both teams have 2 left, 48 seconds left. Washington leads the all-time series 24-17. Washington defeated New York last time these two teams played up at Yankee Stadium back in 2021 by a score of 23-17. A couple more plays here. They're going to try to go for the touchdown. Carr, his first game with Washington. Back to pass. And it's picked off. Josh Sweat. Oh, and they're going to be talking about that here all week. The decision to throw that pass instead of going for the field goal. Oh my. Second interception of the day by Derek Carr. And now all New York has to do is run out the clock. Oh my goodness. Elliott will get the handoff straight up the middle. Gets to about the 15. Tackled by Crowder. Immediate timeout called by Washington. Stops the clock with 41 seconds. Well, we've got a good start to our Monday Night Football package. Close game. Again, appreciate all of you who are watching this on the Replay Sports channel. Make sure to subscribe. Also post information about the league on the Sports Simulations and Replay page on Facebook. So as Elliott is tripped up at the 19, a pickup of 2, Washington uses the third and final timeout. So it looks like it's just going to be victory formation here for New York, and what a huge win this will be for New York. Russell Wilson up under center, gets the handoff, takes the knee, and that's going to be all she wrote. So from here at FedEx Field, a low-scoring game, but kind of an entertaining one. The New York Generals win by a score of 13-12 over the Washington Federals. We'll take a look at the final numbers for you. Wilson on the day, 26 of 50, 212 yards and a touchdown. Carr in his first game for the Washington Federals, 30 of 48, 285 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And they said Holland was the player of the game. Holland had 8 tackles in this game. And he's also the punt returner, I think. So, entertaining game here between the Generals and the Federals. Again, don't forget our next Monday night game that you'll see here on the channel will be between Los Angeles and Mexico City. Once again, this is Glenn Walker from the Replay Sports Channel Studios. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow night for some Major League Baseball 1977. Make sure to stop by and watch. Have a great night.